Hi everyone, today I'm doing another personal finance video and I decided to wear the color green to represent the topic. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while now, you'll know that I mostly share videos on fashion and luxury and just fun, frivolous things. I am a firm believer that we can enjoy nice things and still prioritize the bigger things like our future. So there's no finance bro talk here, there's no financial jargon, there's no judgment or shaming. I feel like there's a very unique space that we can carve out here in this community, especially for us women who want to become more financially literate, financially empowered, and independent over time. So, in this video, I want to talk about one number to focus on because a lot of people talk about having millions or reaching $1 million net worth or becoming a billionaire. That's all great and fine, but you have to start with baby steps because a lot of people are so intimidated by the idea of doing something, putting their money somewhere, that they don't actually take the first step. So I want to start with the number 10,000. I feel like it's much more digestible than $1 million or even $100,000, especially if you're a newer investor, someone who's just starting off, younger, or even if you're older in your life stage, but you've not really invested throughout your years and you're now dipping your toes in. This video is for you. I've gotten a lot of questions from many of you asking, how do I even get started? So I've shared a lot of videos in my money and mindfulness playlist. If you go there, you'll see a lot of videos that I have done over the years about saving, investing, and just overall money principles. But in this video, again, we're going back to the number 10,000. Why 10,000? Well, you got to break down the math. If you get to $10,000, it's fairly easy to become a millionaire. I am not exaggerating. I've said this so many times, and people have laughed in my face. There are always going to be naysayers, but let me tell you, if you start with $10,000, you will become a millionaire if you stick to the plan. Now, then you wonder, how am I supposed to come up with $10,000? That's easier said than done. You need to calculate what it'll take to accumulate $10,000. You take $10,000 and you divide it by 12 months. That's 1 year. I just did the math on my pink calculator here, and it's showing $833 per month is what you need to put away to reach 10,000 in 1 year. Now, everyone wants to do everything so quickly in this society. I feel like there's just no patience. People want to get rich overnight, but that's not how it works. It's a steady, consistent approach and discipline that makes most millionaires. But I'm going to be really, really conservative with my numbers because I don't know where you're starting off. So $833 might be a lot of money to put away every month, depending on how much you're making and what your expenses are today. So I'm going to whittle it down to 2 years. So $10,000 over a 2 year time span. Now, if you're thinking 2 years, that's a long time. Well, that will cut the amount that you have to put away to $416 a month. That might feel a lot more doable, right? So 2 years may feel like a painfully long time, but think about it this way. Most people spend 40 plus years working a job that breaks down their body and mind, sometimes just miserable, stressed out, and exhausted. The Sunday scaries set in, Monday mornings are just wretched. If you're willing to plug along for 40 years in hopes that you can retire after 40 years of work with what? I don't know if you haven't saved and invested, but let's say you're just relying on Social Security or the government or what have you. If you have the patience to work to the bone for 40 years, you certainly have patience for 2 years of saving and investing. Think of it that way. You just need to reframe the timeline a bit. But even still, if $416 a month is still too much to put away, let's cut it down further. Let's say you have a number in mind and it's $200 a month that you can reasonably put away on a consistent basis. And I'm a big believer in automating everything when it comes to money. So you would auto set for withdrawals to happen from your checking account into your saving or brokerage account or 401k or IRA every single month. Most people can absolutely afford $200 a month going towards their future. And if you need to cut some kind of membership, subscription, stop going out for a little bit, do what you got to do. But $200 a month, I believe, is very doable. So if you take the $10,000 number that I said before and you divide it by 200 a month, that's going to take you 50 months to accumulate $10,000. Probably less because you're going to put it somewhere that it's earning interest and it's growing. But let's just ignore that for now. 50 months. So what does that translate into? Just over 4 years. And again, 4 years sounds so painful, but we're talking about $200 a month. If you can put more away, you will cut the timeline. But let's start with $200 a month for 4 years. You're going to get to $10,000. Okay. So what? This is where it gets really exciting. So, for those of you who've watched my other personal finance videos, I am a big fan of index funds, passive investing. This can be done by everyone, no financial education needed. There's tons of articles and books out there. I am a self educated, I am not a certified finance anything. I just share my passion here and my learnings here. So, if you put the $10,000 steadily into an index fund, one that tracks the S&P 500. I've talked about VOO, for example, VOO. That's a very popular one, and I'm invested in it. So it has a very, very low expense ratio. You're not going to pay the full 1% that you would pay to work with a financial advisor. When you put your money in an index fund, it is pretty much self-managed. It is a basket of shares of the top 500 performing companies in the S&P, okay? And if a company underperforms, they will be dropped from the index. So there's diversification built in, there's management built in. And so it is the smartest way to go for someone who just wants a slow and steady approach, a boring approach to growing their money. Warren Buffett put in his will, this was made public years ago, that if he were to pass before his wife, he wants, I think it was 80% of his assets put in an S&P 500 index fund for his wife, because then his wife will be set for life and she won't have to worry about anything. So if it's good enough for Warren Buffett's wife, why wouldn't it be good enough for the rest of us? So let's just say you get kind of lazy, you reach $10,000 and you think, okay, I'm not going to contribute the $200 a month anymore. And you just let it sit in an S&P 500, which usually returns on average about 8 to 10% historically. But let's be conservative. I'm very conservative. So let's say 8%. Now we have to do the compound interest calculation. If you literally stop contributing after it reaches $10,000 and you just let it sit in an S&P 500 index fund, as I said, in 40 years upon retirement, that money will be $217,000. $217,000, give or take. So 10,000 turns into over 200K. But that's if you haven't contributed anything after you reach 10,000. If you are steady and you continue to contribute the $200 a month as you continue to work for those 40 years, now how much will you have? Nearly $900,000. $900,000. Now we're talking close to a millionaire. All because you socked away $200 a month, just steadily. Nothing sensational, nothing exciting. You didn't panic and pull out. You just automated it every single month. You didn't check it all the time. You just let it ride. But here's the thing, this is not realistic because most people's income will rise through the years. So the $200 a month will likely turn into $400 a month, then $600 a month, then $800 a month. You may be able to invest thousands per month. So let's see what happens if you increase your contributions to $400 a month. So from $200 to $400 a month after the initial $10,000. Now, after 40 years, how much do you have? $1.5 million. You are a millionaire. So you see, starting off at $10,000, it may seem impossible that that can someday look like $1 million, but that's why I say focus on the baby steps. What's right in front of you? What's doable? Break down the math. $10,000, break it down. How much do you need to put away per month, per day? Again, if $400 a month sounds like too much for you, break that down so you can get a reframe. That's $13 a day. Can you find $13 a day to put away to become a legit millionaire in the future? And let me tell you, this money, once you start automating it and putting it away, you will not miss it. Trust me, you will not miss that money. But your future self will thank you for being disciplined all these years. Now, here's the thing, if you work for a company that offers a 401k, or you work for a nonprofit that offers a 403b and they have matching, employer matching, that is a beautiful thing. That is free money. It also reduces your taxable income. Free money, right? More money in your pocket, less money going to the IRS. So on average, a 401k employer match is about 50 cents to the dollar, okay? I mean, it varies from company to company, but let's just assume 50 cents to the dollar is what they're willing to match. So if you put away $400 a month, that would mean that your employer puts in $200 a month. So now it's a total $600 a month going in towards your investments. And guess what? That little bit adds up pretty fast. And again, in 40 years, when you do the math, you are now looking at over $2.2 million. You are a multimillionaire now. You see how that works? And what did it start with? A couple $100 a month, $10,000, and then it balloons. It just takes off from there. That is the power of compound interest. I will continue to harp on this in my videos because I still feel like there are a lot of people who don't grasp this concept. It is the easiest, most simple, most accessible way to become wealthy. Anyone can do it if you're able to open an account. Now, don't be one of those people that signs up for a 401k, has money going into it, and then actually never invests the funds. If they're just sitting there, they're earning nothing. S&P 500 tracking index funds. Again, I just named VOO as an example, VOO. You can also do target date retirement funds over time as you get closer to your retirement target date. That's why it's called that. It will become less risky, less stock heavy, and then it will start mixing in more conservative investments like bonds. It's another great option. Some of you asked me if you want it to be passive, you don't want to worry about it, and you just let it ride. By the way, I do realize that a lot of you are watching this channel because you like shopping and fashion and luxury. And so I'm going to assume that most of you, if not many of you, can absolutely afford to put away much more than $200 or $400 a month for your future. So that's it. That's my mini lesson today. $10,000. Focus on that. If you have 10,000 already, focus on the next 100,000. I mean, the more you put in and the more time you let it ride, this thing just takes off. I'm telling you, I have lived it. I continue to talk about it and share it with friends, family, but unfortunately, a lot of people will listen but not act. And so that's why I continue to harp on this in my videos because I feel like, yes, let's enjoy the moment. Let's treat ourselves. Let's enjoy nice things. Let's share beautiful things with one another. And also, let's take care of our futures. Let's make sure that we have a sense of peace, a sense of financial security. Let's feel empowered over our money. Let's feel like we can be financially independent when we're older and have freedom. I feel like we can absolutely go for both and we don't have to compromise. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions down below. In fact, any questions related to this, I will try my best to weave them into future videos. I feel like I'm just getting started. So if you enjoyed this video and got anything out of it, please give it a thumbs up. The more likes this video gets, the more it's shared and shows up on the YouTube algorithm. I feel like because I tend to share more fashion videos, the finance videos don't show up as well on my channel, but hopefully that will change over time. All right, everyone, be well. See y'all next time.